You are a human magnet, whether you think you can or you can't. You're right. It's said by Henry Ford. What is the key to success? Why do some people succeed while others fail? I just tell you about a great success writer, a broadcaster, and a speaker addressed this issue in his famous recorded message entitled The Strongest Secret. In this program, he identified the key to success in just 6 words. Of course, he went on to explain it more in detail, but the foundation of his success secret is only 6 words. You would like to know the 6 words, wouldn't you? Well, before I tell you the key to success, you might be surprised to learn that the same 6 words are also the key to failure. Are you ready for the key to success? Here it is. We become what we think about. What did I say? We become what we think about. On a gut level, does that make sense to you? In his research on the subject, he found that all the great writers, philosophers, and religious leaders have agreed that our thoughts determine our actions. Here are the observations of few great thinkers on this very point. Napoleon Hill said, "What the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve." A Bible contains numerous references of thinking, including these: "According to your faith, be it unto you. As a man thinketh in his heart, so he is." If you can believe, all things are possible. Like these all kinds of the word. It's said by a man also, famous man also, he said, "A man is what he thinks about all day long." Robert Colliers offered this insight: "There is nothing on earth you cannot have once you have mentally accepted the fact that you can have it." And finally, there are the well-known words of Henry Ford, who said, "Whether you think you can or think you can't, you are right." How this principle works, we know about. Let's examine the concept a little further. That we become what we think about. Here's how it works. If you constantly think about a particular goal, then you will take steps to move towards that goal. Let's say someone whom we will call Fred. Suppose if Fred thinks he's capable of earning $30,000 per year. Like a human magnet, Fred will attract those employment opportunities that will move him in that direction. As long as Fred clings to that thought, he'll reach his goal of earning $30,000 per year. Now, what if Fred begins to think he would like to earn more than money to meet the growing needs of my family? I want to earn $50,000. Will Fred's income increases? It depends just how strong is Fred's belief that he can earn $50,000. It's quite possible that Fred would like to earn $50,000, but he doesn't believe that he is really capable of earning that amount. In that case, Fred will not reach his income goal of $50,000. If, on the other hand, Fred continuously thinks about earning the higher income and believes in his ability to achieve that goal, he will in fact increase his income to the $50,000. As you might expect, this concept is not limited to the monetary goals. Suppose you are shooting a round of 95 on a golf course right now. By concentrating on bringing that score down to the 85 and by truly believing in your ability to do so, you will begin to take steps to move towards your goal, and you may take decisions. You may practice more, but in the end, you will bring your score down and reach your object. Dominant thoughts rule the day. That's the important point that we need to keep in our mind. Dominant thoughts rule the day. The idea that we become what we think about has also been expressed as a law of dominant thought. This means that there is a power within each of us that propel us in a direction of our current dominant thoughts. The key word here is dominant. You cannot expect positive results when you spend 10 seconds a day thinking positively and the remaining 16 working hours depending on negative outcomes. Here is the bottom line. A little positive thinking doesn't produce positive results. Just like a little bit of diet doesn't work, it's like trying to lose weight by eating a healthy, low calories breakfast and then pigging out on cake and ice cream for the rest of the day. What is the matter? The same is true for exercise. You can't do a minute exercise once a week and expect to be physically fit. It's not possible. Look at a positive thinking in that same way. A little bit just doesn't get the job done, right? Instead, you must take control of your mental activity and think positively throughout each and every day until it becomes a habit. Remember, it has to be your dominant thought pattern. Take a moment to consider your dominant thoughts in a major area of your life. You are serving you or holding you back. Attitude adjustment leads to the real estate ownership. Attitude adjustment leads to real estate ownership. Let me share a personal example of demonstrate the power of our thoughts. In the 1970th century, the early 18th century, I observed many people in my area, Long Island in New York, who were making a lot of money by purchasing homes for investment purpose and renting them out. The homes are appreciating in values considerably each year. Sure, there were usual headaches of having to deal with tenant problems, but the result these investors were getting was incredible. Well, I kept thinking that I should start buying some investment homes, but I never took any action because I continued to doubt myself and my thinking was dominated by all the things that could be wrong. Simply put, and I had a loosey attitude, and with a negative attitude, it is any wonder that now I never took a first step, right? So, however, after I started reading books and listening to the tapes on the power of attitude on beliefs, I decided to change my attitude about real estate investment. In the summer of 1960s, I decided that before end of the years, I would purchase 2 investment homes. This time, I wasn't going to allow any negative thoughts to creep into my mind. For 6 months, I focused on my thinking on one thing, owning 2 investment homes. I wrote down my goals several times each day and referred to them often. I believed at the deepest level of my being that I would own 2 homes before the end of the year. In the evening and on a weekend, I went the real estate agents to look at homes. I personally visited about 100 homes and researched hundreds of others. In the fall of 1986, I purchased an investment property. What a great feeling of accomplishment to do something that I wouldn't allow myself to do before, but I still had work to do. And on December 29, just 2 days before end of the year, I reached my goal and bought a second investment home. As I look back at my why I was able to purchase the real estate in 1960s, while I couldn't do it in the year before then, The answer is clear. In 1986, I believed that I could do it. I had an unshakable positive attitude that propelled me forward to reach my goals. This entire experience was tremendously valuable to me. In fact, it was priceless because it taught me that you can achieve your goals when you believe in yourself and keep your thoughts focused on the positive. Now we talk about what is attitude and what is action. Attitude and versus action. I've been talking a lot about thinking and might be wondering where action fits into this process. It is true that you don't get results without actions, but recognize that thoughts precedes action. I always knew the action that I have to take to buy those investment properties, contact real estaters, visit properties, review newspapers, listing to, and so on. But I never looked the first step as long as I had a negative attitude. I changed my attitude. I changed my attitude. I felt compelled to take action. Then I realized that I should take action, and nothing was going to stop me. And that's why the positive belief system is starting point of for achievement of any goal. When your dominant belief is that you can achieve your goals, you begin thinking and the action necessary to move that direction. Your circumstances reflects what you have been thinking about. What does it mean? Face this fact. Your beliefs brought you to where you are today. And your thinking from this point forward will take you to where you will be in the future. In fact, your results in every area of your life reflect your deeply held thoughts about yourself. Consider your finance. What are your beliefs in this area? Are you constantly thinking about not having enough money? Dwell on thoughts and you block your flow of money to you? And then there is a matter of relationship. If you think that you don't deserve much, you attract friends, partners into your life who will not treat you very well. I will bet you know someone who I'll bet you know someone new who always seems to go out with the wrong person. In fact, the last 29 people, they have gone out with a were wrong for them. Do you think there is a mere coincidence? No, there is a deeply held belief inside that individual that attracts these people into his or her life. And whether we are talking about finance, relationship, career, and fact remains. The factors remain. If your thoughts don't change, your results will not change. See you in the next audiobook.